Thank you first for doing the 2 intervention problems and for taking the time to watch the video. Remember, you don't have to watch the video step by step. If you felt like you understood how to do the problems, fast forward through the video to the answer for the first one. Check your work. If you had it right, fantastic. If you missed it, go back and watch the video. Then if you need to rework the second one, speed to the end of that, see if you got it right. If so, fantastic. If not, go back and watch the steps. So for each of these, we're going to start with the same process, and that is to turn our percentages into decimals. Our 20% becomes 0.2, our 30% becomes 0.3. Sophia went to the store. She is buying some stuff. There are 20% off all the shirts. She is buying 2 shirts that originally cost $8 each, so let's solve that first. So Sophia bought 2 shirts at $8 each. So this is the shirts work. $8 each, 2 shirts. The original cost then of shirts is $16. That's the original cost. She is saving 20% on the shirts. Let's get our calculator out. 16 times 0.2. She is saving $3.20. That is her savings. Get that calculator out of the way. We're going to bring over the original cost, the $16. We're going to bring up the savings. We're going to subtract. It's always original minus savings. So 16 minus 3 would be 13 minus another 20 cents. That would be $12.80. Let's confirm that with our calculator. 16 minus 320 equals, there's our $12.80. And that is the shirt cost. When we go to our jacket, for the jacket, we have, get that calculator out of the way, it's a 30% sale on jackets, and she buys 1 jacket that originally cost $85. So we know that 85 is our original, because we're only doing the 1. We know that we're saving 30%. This is the discount rate, and I didn't write it over here, but still, discount rate. So the discount rate is 30%, so we have 85 times 0.3 equals, we have savings of $25.50. That's the savings. So then, let's get the calculator out of the way here. So then we have the $85, the savings, $25.50. We know that's going to be subtraction. You always subtract the savings. So we brought our original over again. We brought our savings over. We go ahead and do the subtraction. So we have $85 take away $25.50. That gives us $59.50. And now we're ready for our final answer. So our final cost of the shirts was $12.80. That was for the shirts. The jacket, $59. and 50 cents. That was the jacket, which makes our final $59.50 plus $12.80 equals $72.30. And that is Sophia's final cost. That's the whole thing. So if you jumped all the way to the end and you had $72.30, great. If you missed any part of that, look at the work I've done. That might be enough for you. If it's not, go ahead and replay the video. Let's look at the second one. Now again, if you didn't get the first one right, pause for a minute and work on it before you do the second one. So here's our second problem. It's going to be the same kind of problem. And again, I would encourage you, especially if you got the last one right, just flip to the end of this. See what the answer was. If you have it right, great. If you don't have it right, then do a little work. So Matthias went to a sports store. It's having a 40% off sale on clothing and 25% off on equipment. 40% off, 0.4. 25% off, 0.25. Once again, with our highlighter, let's start with the 40% off. That's 40% off on clothing. He's buying 3 shirts that originally cost $15 each. So we have our shirts, and we know that we have $15 per shirt times 3 shirts. We have a total of $45 is the original. We're going to multiply that $45 by 40% because it's 40% off clothing. So let's get the calculator going. We have 45 times 0.4. That gives us $18. And that $18 is the savings. You'll notice the form is identical to what we did on the first one. So, whoops, I drew the arrow to the wrong thing. You probably saw me drawing it and thought to yourself, wait a minute, Mr. Willmarth. Arrow needs to come from the full original. You're absolutely right, it does. So we have $45. We're going to take away $18 because we always subtract any savings. So 45 minus 18 equals 27. Now you might have thought that was silly to go ahead and do that calculator just to get the 27. You're right. That's fine. Do it by hand if you want to. When you have the tools available, it's okay to use them. So $27 is the shirt's cost. We are going to do the very same thing for the soccer ball, for the equipment. So let's go through and look with our highlighter first. 25% off sports equipment. He bought a soccer ball that cost $30. So for the soccer ball, the math is $30 times 25%, so 0.25. We don't have to do a soccer ball times something because there's only one soccer ball. So let's go to our calculator. 30 times 0.25. That gives us $7.50. That is our, and I don't know why I started the word savings with an A. Sorry about that. That is our savings. Again, this $25 is the discount rate. We have that same thing over here with this 40%. That is the discount rate. So we have $7.50 in savings. I'm going to bring this work down. So we've got $30 That's our original cost. We're going to take away, let's put a couple decimals in that 30. We're going to take away $7.50 because that's the savings. And we always subtract savings. And that's $30 minus $7.50. That should give us $22.50. Yes, it does. So we have $22.50. That is the soccer ball cost. That's after our discounts. So then we need to just put those two together. We had $27 for the shirts. We had $22.50 for the soccer ball. And I'm going to go back and I'm just going to erase that and stick in decimals. If you have decimals for one, you should have decimals for both. So we still have the $22.50 in our calculator. We're going to add the $27. And we get a total of $49.50. That is the total cost. That's the final answer. Okay, don't forget, you need to bring this paper to class on Thursday to show that you did these problems ahead of time. We'll answer any questions that you have there. We'll try one more problem, and then we'll have lots of time for the test. All right, if you have any questions in between, if you worked these out and you checked the video and you're not sure and you want to ask me ahead of time, stop me after class sometime. I'll be happy to discuss them with you.